Hello, welcome to my Tommy C. Vinyl channel. My name's Tommy Cox, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite bands, AC/DC. It's one of the coolest things growing up as a kid, getting curious about playing guitar and listening to the music that I grew up on, like the Beatles, Kiss, AC/DC, and the list goes on and on. Van Halen, Ozzy with Randy Rhoads. All that music was really huge to me when I was growing up. And AC/DC played a huge part on my learning to play guitar. I always dreamed of owning one of these, a Gibson SG. And I can honestly say there's nothing like it. Very lightweight guitar, plays great, sounds great. Just a great rock and roll blues guitar. Today I want to talk to you about some of my favorite albums with Bon Scott and Brian Johnson. The first album that I heard when I was a kid, I was 9 years old and heard it on 8-track for the first time, was this album right here, High Voltage. I remember when I first heard Can I Sit Next to You Girl, I just thought it was the coolest guitar song ever, and at 9 years old. Songs on this: It's a Long Way to the Top If You Want to Rock and Roll, Live Wire, TNT, and the title track, High Voltage. This is a fantastic album. Definitely one to have in your record collection. This is an original copy. Was given to me by a musician that I play with in a band named Doug White, who gave me a bunch of AC/DC albums. This was one of them, and the price was $7.99 back in the day, and I thought that was pretty cool that it still had the price tag on it. The record is in mint condition. It just looks like brand new, and a great one to put on your turntable. The second album that I had was this one right here. I was either 13 or 14 years old when I got this for my birthday. This album was a huge part of my growing up. I tried to learn as much as I could off this album. Songs on here like standouts: Go Down, of course the title track, Let There Be Rock, Bad Boy Boogie, Problem Child, a song that I love on here called Overdose, which is a great song, and of course the song Whole Lot of Rosie. Just a great album. AC/DC has definitely taught more people to play guitar, I think, than anybody. Of course, I'd also put in there the Ventures, because they also taught a lot of people to play guitar. But this band, as far as a rock and roll band, huge influence. And as a guitar teacher, I probably teach more AC/DC than anybody. But this is a great one. The thing about this album, you put this on your turntable and your speakers will explode. That's just how awesome this album is. The next one, and this is probably one of my favorites, is Powerage. Powerage is just a rocking album. I love every song on this album. Rock and Roll Damnation, Down Payment Blues, Give Me a Bullet, Riff Raff, Sin City, What's Next to the Moon, Gone Shooting, Up to My Neck and You, and Kicked in the Teeth. Just a great rock album. At this point, they had switched bass players. Mark Evans was replaced with Cliff Williams. So this is Cliff Williams' first album in AC/DC. Great album to have in your record collection. The other is this one right here. This is the first Mutt Lange produced album, Highway to Hell, and Bon Scott's final album. Another one that every song on here is just great. Highway to Hell, Girls Got Rhythm, Walk All Over You, Touch Too Much, Beating Around the Bush, Shot Down in Flames, Get It Hot, If You Want Blood You Got It, Love Hungry Man, Night Prowler. Great guitar music. I mean, all these albums have great guitar music on it, but this album to me is another one that you definitely want in your record collection. All right, now I'm getting into the Brian Johnson era. Now, AC/DC has quite a few albums with Brian Johnson. I am missing Dirty Deeds, Jailbreak, and If You Want Blood, You Got It, which hopefully down the road I will have a copy of those. This album right here is my favorite of the Brian Johnson era. I love everything on this album. This was the third album Brian Johnson did with AC/DC. Song listing: Rising Power, The House Is on Fire, Flick of the Switch, Nervous Shakedown, Landslide, Guns for Hire, Deep in the Hole, Bedlam in Belgium, Badlands, and Brain Shake. This is another one of these albums you put it on your turntable and your speakers will explode. Just a great, great sounding album, great songs, and Brian Johnson's vocals on this is just absolutely killer. I don't know, this also is a very kind of an overlooked album. I think it's one of the best. All right, I think everybody has owned a copy of this. This is probably my 5th or 6th copy. I've owned it on CD several times, vinyl a few times. This probably is my either 2nd or 3rd copy on vinyl that I've owned of Back in Black. Definitely, you know, an amazing album. First album with Brian Johnson on vocal. You can't express how incredible this album is and how amazing it was for somebody to come into fill in Bon Scott's shoes and do this just amazing record. Standout tracks: Back in Black, Hell's Bells, Shoot the Thrill, Giving the Dog a Bone, What You Do for Money Honey, Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution, Let Me Put My Love Into You, You Shook Me All Night Long, Shake a Leg, and Have a Drink on Me. You know, just about every song on this album is great, but definitely another one to have in your record collection. And then the last one I have is the second album that Brian Johnson did with AC/DC, For Those About to Rock, We Salute You. This is a great album, another Mutt Lange produced album, Back in Black also being a Mutt Lange produced album. This is his last album with them. Went on to Def Leppard after this, I think. But anyway, another just standout album. Highlight tracks for me: For Those About to Rock, We Salute You, I Love COD, Put the Finger on You, Let's Get It Up, which I owned on 45 when this album came out, Inject the Venom. Those songs to me are just really great standout tracks on this album. But anyway, that's my AC/DC collection right now. Hoping to add some of the other Bon Scotts. There's a few others with Brian Johnson I'd like to have on vinyl. Stiff Upper Lip, the last album, Rock or Bust, I thought was a great album. You know, it's there's just so many in their catalog. But anyway, just wanted to kind of let you know what my favorites were in that side of it. You know, let me know what your favorite AC/DC albums are. What albums were important to you when you were growing up listening to them. Definitely Let There Be Rock was probably one of the biggest impacts on me as a kid. You know, I'm a guitar teacher, and AC/DC has taught a lot of kids to play guitar. I teach more AC/DC than anybody, and probably a lot of guitar teachers would probably say the same thing. But anyway, I'm also going to mention on here that I do offer Skype guitar lessons. I'll be doing that more as I go, adding some, video of me playing maybe while I'm talking about vinyl, or when I do a vinyl safari, when I go out and look for vinyl. But please like and subscribe, share this. If you liked what I'm doing, please give it a like, and just let me know what you think. Also, leave a comment. Anyway, I hope you have a great day and hope you enjoyed the video, and God bless you. We'll talk to you soon.